Okay, it's recording. Baby, don't hurt me.
No beads.
No more.
Oh yeah, anal contusion. From the beads.
Okay,
So
guys,
much better.
This is it.
If I ever feel better.
Okay, ready? Start low and high, babe.
Don't
Oh,
laugh.
I gotta figure out what I'm saying.
Ain't nobody gonna laugh.
Ready? Dave, we can see your head. Get under the table. 1, 2.
Greetings, class. Today we're gonna share with you a couple of wars that happened throughout American history.
And how they relate to
Hold on,
music.
you guys are standing up.
No, I'm pretending I'm sitting down.
Alright.
You ruined it, man.
I'm gonna say and how they relate to music.
Okay.
Okay, you can stand that?
And I'll say take it away then. Okay? 3, 2, 1. Greetings, class. Today we're going to share with you a couple of important wars that happened throughout American history.
And how they relate to music.
Take it away, Ben.
Thank you, Simon and James. We'll be starting in the year 1917 in the lead up to World War I. Music during the time focused on raising morale and encouraging young men to join the war effort. Most of the pieces were influenced and even written by the March King, John Philip Sousa. They followed the classical style
Cool.
So good. So good.
A lot of these songs could be classified as propaganda, which was big in World War I. These songs promoted patriotism among American war efforts against the Germans, and often didn't exactly show how war really was. They only showed the good side and not the killing and death and stuff. Even the Germans had their own songs for propaganda. All the music from this time focused on making sure America was number one.
As you may already know, America won World War I. This prompted the Jazz Age, which celebrated the winning of the First World War. Go America!
Okay.
Jazz was influenced by classical styles, but was more free. It reflected the celebration of winning the war and patriotism. No, it didn't.
Yeah.
Relaxation and leisure.
It's okay.
There it is. The jazz era reflected relaxation and leisure, as America was now ready to party. It is also associated, of course, with Prohibition and the Roaring Twenties. And the Roaring Twenties.
Say, and Prohibition in the Roaring 20s. It is often, start this again.
It is associated often with Prohibition and the Roaring Twenties.
There are many different styles of jazz, but the distinguishing factor in the contrast with classical style is the swing feel and the instrumentation. Instruments prevalent during the Jazz Age were brasses such as trumpets, trombones, all types of saxophones, and rhythm section, typically composed of drums, bass, and piano. You're going, James.
Well, here we go again. There's another world war. So, no, that was dumb.
No, I like that.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
It's all good.
Just say music was also used as weapons.
So World War I was okay, but the sequel was pretty cool.
No, that was cool.
Ah!
That was cool.
Do that.
And if you didn't know, World War II happened.
World War I was aight, but World War II, the sequel, was even better. In World War II, music was even used as a weapon. The Empire of Japan used radio broadcasts to American soldiers stationed in the Pacific Theater to demoralize them. The most famous of these is Tokyo Rose.
The Americans also did this too, but to a lesser extent. Here's Tokyo Rose playing.
Tokyo
Rose!
Okay.
Rose, I love. I buy bund. I buy t-shirt.
Okay, Simon, go.
I groupie.
There are also a lot of other songs used to boost American morale, which we'll show you later. One of the most easily recognizable artists is known as Woody Guthrie, a folk musician. Many of his songs revolved around many of his songs criticized fascism and commented on American assets.
After America won World War II, after the Allies won World War II, the Cold War began. The Cold War was an arms race between the Soviet Union and America. One of the biggest hits during the Cold War was 99 Red Balloons. The red balloons mentioned in the song are symbolic of the atomic weapons being created in the arms race. The song displays the fear of mutually assured destruction and how even though both sides were ready to go to war, neither of them were willing to make the first move. It also focused on the Berlin Wall, a dividing line between communism and capitalism, east versus west.
Where was the Berlin Wall?
It was in Berlin.
Where was the wall?
It was in Berlin.
Where was Berlin?
It was in Germany.
Where is Germany? Don't say in Berlin.
In Berlin. In Berlin. No, just kidding. Germany is in Europe, north of Switzerland, east of France.
Wait a minute. Isn't that where?
Czechoslovakia. No, that actually was there. That's where Sudan is.
No! I just cheese rolled everywhere. I'm sorry if I spit on you guys.
Part of the Cold War was the Vietnam War. Along with the usually patriotic music that is in America during wartime, came a new style of quintessential. Along with the usually patriotic music in America during wartime, came a more critical style of music that was used as protest. Vietnam wasn't a very popular war at the time. And
yeah, that's pretty much it.
Many Americans protested.
yeah. Many Americans protested the war, and music was their main medium. The hippies, as they were called, were famous for using psychedelic drugs and listening to music. They were on a lot of LSD. The hippie era climaxed at Woodstock in 1969.
Most of this music was made by youth and college students who didn't want to be forced to go to a war they felt like they didn't need to fight.
Am I in?
Yeah.
I have a sneeze. Okay. And lastly, in more recent times, the tag... Oh,
Why is your voice so low?
is it?
Yeah.
Just go, just go,
Recently.
just go. We don't have that much time left.
And finally... okay. And last but not least, in more recent times, the 9/11 attack... Oh, most extreme... And last but not least, in more recent times, 9/11 was one of the most extreme terrorist attacks in America before the war in Iraq. Is that it? Or
Oh, someone.
should I talk about...
Leave it to Ben.
I'll do it.
But Ben talked a lot.
I don't care.
He's good at it.
I'm good at it.
Hold on, let me say they were in 3 categories and then you take over because...
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Mr. Chris gonna stop me and be like, Simon didn't say anything, they haven't seen it already.
Okay.
Okay.
Music fell into 3 categories.
Music regarding this event fell into 3 different categories. Ben?
The first was Go America!
Oh!
Kill those terrorists!
Oh, yes!
Ah!
Absolutely! Indubitably!
The second form of music was a much more somber and melancholy style, which focused on remembering the victims of that fateful day. The third style criticized the government, criticizing a lot of President Bush. Many people thought this was like Vietnam, the war against terror was also a very unpopular war, because many people thought we did not need to fight it. This was shown in the music throughout the times. This was shown in the music.
In the lyrics?
This was shown in the lyrics of the music produced around this time. People use music to show...
Say that again, people use music.
People used music to show how they truly felt about what was going on in American society. And today, they still do. Now, please enjoy this video that we've created to highlight some of the aspects that we talked about.
Don't enjoy it.
Signing off, Ben Fitzgerald.
Don't enjoy it!
Signing off, Ben Fitzgerald.
Well, we're still gonna be.
It's not a
sitting down.
newscast.
I'm newscasting. We're all signing
Your
off.
newscast. Ah!
We're all
Let's
signing off.
start the orgy.
What the fuck?
Video over.
This video sucks.
That actually wasn't that bad. That wasn't
No,
that
that
bad.
was good. That was a lot faster than the first one. I really hope that recorded well.